Hello everybody, Alexandre Belmar back with you. This week we'll go ahead and continue playing because now that you are an expert with the Playroom on Windows, Olivier will go ahead and show you the web platform of Playroom. This platform will allow you to play your favorite games on all desired platforms. So let's say that you'd like to play a Monopoly or Farkle on iPhone, iPad, Android phone as well as Mac computer. It's now possible. Enjoy!
Hello everybody, Olivier with you today. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to show you the web client of the QuentinC's Playroom that I showed you in a previous podcast. In the previous podcast regarding this, I showed you the Windows client and I told you there were a web client available. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. The web client is available on Windows, so if you don't want to play with the Windows client but you just want to play in your web browser, it is also available for macOS, Linux, and Android. The demonstration will be made using my old iPhone 5S running iOS 10. However, I've tested it on my iPhone 8. It does work. I've also tested it on my Google Pixel, which by the way I still have and I still use even though I have the iPhone 8. The reason why I chose to do it on iOS is because I had some issues on my Pixel when I was playing a game. Basically, it was telling me everything that the computer was doing, but when it was my turn, it was not telling me what was going on. And on iOS it does work fine. So that's why I chose to go on iOS. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what you'll want to do is go ahead and open up your web browser. In this case I will use Safari. Now, once Safari is open, you want to go ahead and click on the tabs button at the bottom of the screen. If you are on an older version than iOS 11, it will say Pages button.
Show bookmark. Pages. Button. Pages.
So click
Done.
there.
Button. New page. Button.
And then go ahead and click on New Page or New Tab depending on what it will say.
Favorites. Address. Search or enter website name. Address.
Click there.
Text.
And then you want to type www.qcsalon.net, the exact same website that I went through to download the Windows client. Then click on Go at the bottom of the screen.
Go. Address. 10%. Go to contents down arrow. Link. Banner. Landmark.
Okay, now you want to make sure that your router is set on headings.
Speaking headings.
There we
13 headings.
And now you want to swipe down until you hear Quick Links heading.
Menu. QuentinC's Playroom. Quick links. Heading level 2.
Flick right until you hear Play in your web browser with the web client or something like that.
Bullet. Download Bullet. Play on the Playroom directly in your browser by connecting to the web client. Beta version. Visit it. Link.
This link, click it.
Play on the Playroom directly in your browser. History. Connecting. Ellipsis. Play. Connection established. Welcome to the Playroom.
And now what I recommend you to do is go ahead and click on the share button at the bottom of the screen.
For share button.
Click this.
Share. Cancel. button.
And then you want to find something that says add to home screen.
Cancel. More. Request desk. Find on page. Print. Copy. Add to home screen. Button.
Click that.
Drag. Add to home. Text field. Is editing. Playroom.
And now you're asked for a name that you want to give it.
Clear text. Button.
By default, it should say authenticating or something like that. I'm going to change it.
Playroom web client. Quentin's Playroom.
Yeah, because I was already connected, but when you will first enter this link, it will say QuentinC's Playroom authenticating or something like that. So I will simply dictate Playroom web client. Playroom web client.
Inserted Chrome web client.
I will correct it very quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, the correction has been made. Now if I flick to the left,
Add. Button.
we have an add button and that's what we're going to click on. But just before, I want to go to the right just to show you that it will say that an icon will be added to the home screen.
Text feed. Clear text. http://www.qcsalon.net/n/game. Dimmed.
So you have the URL here.
An icon will be added to your home screen so you can quickly access this website.
That's basically what it does. So I'm going to click add.
Add. Button. Add. Doc. Safari.
And now if
Actions available.
I am on my home page. Now if I go to the left, because now I am in my dock.
Phone. Page. Playroom web client.
There it is.
Actions available.
So actually I'm going to click on it.
Safari. History. Connection established. Welcome to the Playroom. Version 2.99.10. 26.11.2.
And as you can see, it brought us directly there. Okay, so now we are in the web client interface. I'm going to flick up with one finger. Remember, my rotor is still set on headings.
Game. Heading level 2. History. Heading not found.
So the very first heading is called history. This is where you will find your history. If I continue flicking down, still moving by headings.
Game. Heading level 2.
Games. So here we will find the option to, in this case, we are at the home. So either create a new table, restore a table, join a table, etc. Next heading is
Actions. Heading level 2.
actions. So basically, if we want to see who is online, which roles are active, if we want to access to the table menu.
Fathakala has left a table of Scopa.
You know, when we press F2, I showed you on Windows that we could access the tables menu. Well, we can access it from the action menu when we are on a table.
Chat. Heading level 2.
And the last heading is chat. So I'm going to return to the game heading.
Action. Game. Heading level 2.
Let's create a new table.
Join a table. Create a new table. Create a one. Choose a game.
And let's choose Farkle.
Uno. Scope. Poke. Dama. Web. 90. Crib. Rummy. Spade. Heart. Jazz. Belody. French. Sixth. Science. Blackjack. Monopoly. Backgammon. Battleship. Farkle. Button.
Now I will go very quickly. As soon as I click on Farkle, I will go to the action menu to display the table menu to make it
JW45
private.
has left a table of
So it will be easier for me to explain you the options, as if the table is not private, some people can join, and I don't want them to lose their time because I'm taking my time to explain. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to make the table private, and then we can explore the options.
Farkle.
It doesn't work, so I need to refresh.
Address. Reload. Reload. PINO PIN. Farkle. But create a new. You have joined the table.
So I just reloaded the page. Sometimes when it doesn't want to click, sometimes you need to reload the page.
Game. Actions. Add a bot. Remove. View. Invite a player. Ban a change. Make the table private. But the table is now private.
Somebody joined, so I will go to the chat heading.
Chat. Heading level 2. Chat. Text field. Insertion point at end.
Hello, comma. I am making a podcast to demonstrate the web client, period. Is it okay for you, question mark?
Inserted hello. I am making a podcast to demonstrate the web client. Is it okay for you? Or return. Hello. I am making a podcast to demonstrate the web client. Is it okay for you? Melodica 110 says, hello. I am making a podcast to demonstrate.
So, while we're waiting, I just want to go to the action menu and show you basically what we can do.
Actions. Heading level 2. Start the game. Button.
So start the game.
Set game options. Button.
Set game options.
Add a bot. Button.
Add a bot. A bot is basically a computer.
Remove a bot. Button.
Remove a bot.
View active rules. Button.
View active rules.
Invite a player.
Invite
Button.
a player.
Kick a player.
Kick
Button.
a player.
Ban a player.
Ban
Button.
a player.
Change table master.
Change
Button.
table master.
Make the table public. Button.
Make the table public.
Save the table. Button.
Save the table.
Who is at this table? Button.
And we're going to click.
Melodica 110. Button. To cancel. Button. Melodica game. Heading level 2.
And it looks like nobody joined, and I just heard the sound late. So basically it had a delay between the moment when I entered on the table and between the moment that I heard the sound.
Muffy has left a table of free table.
So we are going to add a bot.
One people are sitting at the table. One people game. Melodic cancel. Action cancel. Button.
So we are going to cancel. So I'm going to add a bot.
Set add a bot. Carbon has joined Umatrezabala at a table of Scopa. Stupid computer has joined a table. Samsung has left a table of 1,000 miles.
And the computer has joined the table. So now let's go ahead and start the game.
Start action. Start the game. Button. Start the game. Yeah. Do you wish to play with default options?
So the cursor put itself on yes, and we heard voiceover kind of reading yes before reading the question, so I'm going to answer no.
No. Button. Game. Heading left 5. Choose the minimum number of points that one must bank the first time to enter the game.
Okay, the cursor is already put on a value.
Camel has joined Mustafa. 45 points. Button.
No, it was not on the first value, but it put itself on a value. So let's put 40 points, because I don't want this game to be too long. I'm not going to finish it anyway, but let's put 40.
Actions. 30. Choose the minimum number of points that one can bank.
And I believe the cursor put itself on 30.
30 point. 25 point. 30 points.
Oh no.
25 points.
25.
Button. Actions. Yeah. Set a score limit to reach for a victory?
No.
No. Button. No. Roast. The game starts. You must have at least 40 points to enter. And at least 25 points to bank. It's your turn.
So the focus is already on roll dice.
4-6 for 160 points. Button. You roll the dice. 1 3 6 6 6 6.
And as you heard, the cursor puts itself on a value, and voiceover reads it to us before actually reading us the information. So let's take 4 6.
Single 1 for 10 points. Button. You take. Roll 1 dice. Button. You take single 1 for 10 points.
And I'm going to
bank 170 points for this turn. Button.
I flicked to the right, and I'm going to bank.
Chat.
Now I'm
heading
going
level
to
2.
pause
You bank 100
speech with a single 2-finger step. So now you notice that the robot is playing, but voiceover doesn't speak. That's because I paused it.
Roll.
So now the cursor put itself on roll 6 dice.
Stupid computer. Small. You roll the dice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Single 5. Small straight for 100 points. Button.
I'm lucky.
Roll
today.
1 dice. Button. You bank 100 points for the.
Okay, I will pause voiceover speech. 2-finger single tap. Then I'm going to resume it.
Actions. Heading level 2. You bank 100 points for this turn.
And as you can see, voiceover resumed.
Roll 6 dice.
Just
Button.
where it
Stupid
left
computer rolls the dice.
before I paused it. And I don't know why, but when the cursor put itself on roll 6 dice, voiceover began to read what the computer was playing. So I don't know why, but it reads lately the actions that happen. So I'm going to play one final turn.
3, 3 for 30 points. Button. You roll the dice. 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, 4. Single 1 for 10 points. Button. You take single 1 for 10 points.
And on Windows, remember, if you press Control to shut JAWS or NVDA, as soon as a new action will happen on the screen, for example, the computer rolled the dice, the screen reader will resume and will read you what happens. So it will update instantly. But with VoiceOver on iOS and on macOS, it keeps where it was when you interrupted it, and it continues where it left when you tell it to speak. So that's a bit different.
Roll 2 dice. Single 1 for 10 points. Roll 1 dice. Bank 50 points for this turn.
And I'm going
Button.
to bank.
Chat. Text field. You bank 50 points. Roll.
So I paused voiceover speech. I will resume it.
Stupid computer rolls the dice. 1, 2, 4, 4.
Pause it. Resume it.
4, 4, 5. Stupid computer take.
And as you can hear, it resumes exactly where I cut it off. Now I'm going to go to the Actions menu
Actions. Heading level 2.
by flicking down.
Roll the dice. But how many points are accumulated on this turn? Whose turn is it? Button. View scores. Button. Table menu right arrow. Button.
And we can have access to the table menu, as well as some specific game options. For example, how many points accumulated on this turn, whose turn is it,
Chat. Text. Table menu right.
but let's go to the table menu. I'm going to leave the table now.
Replace a player. Button. Change table master. Make the table public. Save the table. Button. Who is at this table? Who is online? Friends list. Spectator. View detail. Call a moderate. List of banned you. Leave this table. Button. Leave this table. Yeah. Are you sure you want to leave the table?
So the cursor is already on yes. It puts itself on yes. So I'm going to click yes.
Roll 6. Welcome to the Playroom.
And what I would suggest you to do when you are finished playing is go to your tabs button or pages button.
Pages. Button. Pages. Done. Button.
Then find QuentinC's game room.
Playroom web client. Quentin's Playroom. Button. Actions available.
Then swipe down.
Close tab.
If it doesn't say close tab, that's because your rotor is not set on actions. In this case, set it on actions, then swipe down, and it should say close tab. And now, the next time you will open up your web client,
Playroom.
if you did not uncheck the remember my password option, which remember we saw in the Windows client, this option is available in the web client as well. If you did not uncheck it, then you will be logged in automatically. So that's it for this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, don't hesitate to contact us. We always like to hear feedback from you. So you will have all of the contact information at the end of this podcast. So this was Olivier signing out.
Before the end of this podcast, I would like to say thank you for your loyalty to this series of podcasts on assistive technologies. I would also like to thank our loyal collaborator. As a reminder, I would like to inform you that Canadialog will not provide free technical support on product presented during these shows and that are not sold directly by Canadialog. Please note that our podcasts are now available on our website, YouTube, iTunes, as well as on Victor devices by consulting the North American English suggested podcast list from Humanware. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can contact us via email at podcastwithiness@canadialog.com. That is PODCASTS at CANADIALOG.com, or by phone on our toll-free number at 1-888-730-0003. Again, 1-888-730-0003, extension 555, extension 555. I also invite you to visit our website, which contains a lot of useful information at www.canadialog.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for listening.